I'll fight you naked says, when do all of us face the Inquisition? Everyone I know on the left are finding their inner libertarian when it comes to private company censorship. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing.
But see, and I know what you're saying, but just to clarify, if any of them are listening, because they're dumb, they're not really finding their inner libertarian. They're hypocrites. They will go right back to saying that private companies can't do what they want. These are the people who think that a cake baker should be required to perform a service and to bake a new cake for a wedding, a gay wedding that they don't agree with, if they're Christian, for example, or Muslim, that they should be required as a private business to perform that service. They believe that businesses should not be able to open up if the local government says you can't open your small business. They believe in the lockdown. You shouldn't be able to do what you want. It doesn't matter, you're a private company, you shouldn't be able to open. But when it comes to censorship, which they tacitly support, all of a sudden they're like, private companies can do what they want. Yeah, we've been saying that all along. They can. And you know what you can do? You can stand up against it when it's immoral and unethical, when they should not be doing it, when they should not be choosing to do it. You can grow a spine and say, hey, all this censorship of my friends and of people I know, and if people I disagree with even, is wrong. You can grow a spine and be a strong person and stand up against censorship instead of hiding behind hypocrisy and hiding behind the legalities of it because it's a private company when nobody's even arguing with you on that. Not really. People are arguing about whether they're violating Section 230 and they're arguing about whether they've committed fraud, but nobody's arguing with you on that private companies should be able to do what they want. We're saying they should not choose to do that, and it is immoral and wrong when they're doing it, and it is censorship, and you are tacitly supporting it.
Well, I'm going to make an argument also that I don't think some of them should be allowed to do it because I think it's false advertising, which I've made this argument before.
Fraud, right?
You know, it's fraud. Like Twitter built its reputation and gained its market position through a lie, which is that they were supporting free speech and they would allow an open platform. And now that they are in a market leadership position and have control, they've changed their tune, and I believe that's fraud, and that is immoral.
Right, but you don't disagree with the concept that private companies should be able to do what they want, except,
of course not,
except engage in fraud, and But you don't disagree. They are trying to they're trying to have a strawman argument that nobody's trying to have with them. That's what I hate about it. They're like, philosophically, private companies should be able to. I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. It's funny, you don't agree with yourself, depending on the issue. You don't agree with yourself.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, we've talked about this, right? But they don't. And actually, I'm finding I'm enjoying the Cynical Theories book, which I finally started because it's got to be done by Sunday. Yeah, I mean, probably because of its postmodern roots, but you have to remember that the way a lot of these people speak is they're not trying to use language to convey an understanding of an objective reality. What's primary in their worldview is activism, not reality. So words are used simply as tools of manipulation with which they can bludgeon you into submission or agreement. And so if they're using that argument, it's the same kind of thing when people do this to Christians. And I'm an atheist, but I see people do it to Christians all the time. They'll, like, people who don't believe anything at all, they're atheists, will go after Christians with different political beliefs by trying to quote the Bible at them and be like, well, your Bible says you should. It's like, well, but you don't even believe that. Why is that your argument? They're just trying to use stuff that you believe against you because they think it will work. They're not making that argument. They don't care. And these leftists that are care. The people that are pro-censorship, they're not making a pro-censorship argument or an anti-censorship argument, or either way. They're just using whatever syllables they think will work, whatever sounds will work coming out of their mouth to get you to agree politically. And on the censorship issue, I didn't show this, but let me show this really quickly. That one post about Twitter suspending Antifa, that one post, let's just take a look at some of the responses. What the hell is going on? I hate this Antifa shit, but come on, this is America, land of the free. Being against Antifa is fascist. Is 4 accounts getting banned always newsworthy? Blah, blah, blah. we shouldn't be too glee about this? Did they break rules that warranted suspension?
Yes.
So
these are principled conservatives. These
yeah,
are yeah.
So well, some of the So these people are,
Or principled liberals or principled libertarians. But the point is they're principled. Just because they oppose Antifa,
right?
They don't believe that Antifa should be kicked off Twitter.
And neither do I, by the way.
Right. I agree. Amazing. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah.